Try not to step on the fucking art we just made. Holy crap. Jesus. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear me yet. I just started that shit. I'm gonna be in the garage doing 420 shit until 420. I will be back promptly. I am always on time. Do not be late if you care. Alright. Obviously nobody's here listening to this, so that's even silly that I'm talking. Alright, I'll be in the garage until 4:20. Check you later. Oh, you know what? I should play you guys some fucking stupid music until then. Hang tight. Yeah, I found this dude, what is it? Cychronic on Pixabay. Copyright free. Pretty sweet, actually. Ah, crap. Dude, VLC, would you just open up my whole folder on my shortcoming movies? Is it that difficult? Alright, I'm gonna put this little speaker here so you guys can hear it. I'll be right back. Alright, we'll see you in a few minutes. Oh, there it is! Dude, it's fucking... It's like shitty being blind, but it's also fun because you just find shit all of a sudden. You're like, what the fuck? I'm never gonna find it! Oh, there it is! Oh, that's pretty cool. See what I told you about this music guy? It's fucking sick. You guys like chiptunes? That's what this is called. It's like 8-bit fucking game music. It's pretty sweet. Just packing my little vaporizer and then I will be right with you. Give me a sec. I never even heard these songs. I just downloaded a bunch of them and put them on for you guys. I saw, I tested them out. I knew I liked them. But, yeah, for the most part, this is all new to me. I like it. Alright, let me actually put a shirt on. That's probably a good idea for the live stream. You know. Things there. Oh yeah, we gotta remember what we've been talking about. Alright, let's get rid of this fucking crap and then I'll just start yakking at you. You know, I can just turn this down actually for the first couple minutes. That'd be kinda cool. Little room color. You guys know that now? Fucking industry jargon. You hear that shit? You're learning stuff every day. Here at the Call Me Crazy fucking YouTube channel. Yeah, room color is something that the kids these days, I don't think, understand. You know, it's the reason I'm not piping the music directly through to you guys. It's because it sounds like it's coming from in the room, and that's kind of what I want to see. You hear me tossing boxes around? This little guy? Hear that? All the textures. Everything has textures, even sound. You want sound to have more textures. Why do you want everything to be so freaking clean, man? Dirty that shit up a little bit. That's what makes it interesting. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the Call Me Crazy Peglin mid-trip stream. Oh. You know, here we are. I crapped out this art thing we'll talk about in a few minutes. That was pretty cool. Here, let me turn off this dumb music. I can hear Peglin, right? Dude, I just realized the stupid Peglin music has been on this whole time. I probably should have muted that so they weren't conflicting, right? Well, that's when you're a dumbass, you know. It's hard. It's hard sometimes. Oh, yeah, see? It's piping through the headphones. I would have known if I had my stupid headphones on. Oh, talking about my room color bullshit. Yeah, well, here I am piping in fucking music to you guys, right? What a dumbass. What a fucking dumbass, man. Alright, well, see what I mean? We learn shit every day. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so, what the hell is even this game? Well, you guys ever played Peggle? It's basically Peggle if you mixed, I don't know, maybe like Slay the Spire with it. That's kind of what I was describing it as, because we're going to have like a little roguelike battle at the top of the screen. And that's kind of it. Like, the whole point is not to get rid of all the pegs. The point is to actually kill the little dudes at the top and get to the end. You'll see. So, we're just good. You know, I've been through it a couple times so that I unlocked this one guy, you know. I'm not that great, so that's the only guy I've unlocked so far. I think there's another one. But we'll just use the original Peglin, dude. Yeah. Alright, ready? I'll stop yakking and see what we got. Would you like a... But yeah, I'm not going to say no. So gain 3 max health whenever an orb is added to your deck. Okay, so... In this game, the orbs, what he's talking about, is the little things that we're going to be launching. And you can buy more. And so I guess we get 3 max health every time we buy another orb, which is actually really nice. I've never got that item before. So, oh, I have the thing right there. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, here we go. Okay, so you guys can see what I'm talking about, right? Am I blocking too much of this? Yeah, I'm blocking too much of this. Hang on a second. Let me make myself just a little bit smaller. And we will figure this out. Shoot! Alright. Alright, see our little dude there? So, that's our little dude, that's us, that's our health. We don't want that to go to 0, that's when the game ends. So, we're gonna destroy each one of these little enemies, and we have more coming to get past this little section, and then we'll go to a new section. That's basically how it works. I'll stop yakking and start shooting some orbs at pegs, I guess. I'm not really sure what we call them. Oh, the bombs. The bombs are great. The bomb, when you hit, you gotta hit the bomb twice to actually get it to go off. See if it gets lit and then it goes off. So those do, I think, 50 damage to all of the enemies for each one that we hit. See how we threw out 5 or 3? See, that was excellent. Yeah, you guys want to you guys want the bombs, but you got to be careful because sometimes there's these items that will say, "Oh, hey, do you want to start replacing all the pegs with bombs?" And it sounds like a good idea at first, but then the bombs, you know, you use them and then they're gone. So at the end of the day, you kind of run out of pegs. This knife one, oh, I got lucky, dude, because I wasn't even paying attention. This little knife dagger one, you gotta hit the crits. So, oh yeah, I should probably mention that too. So, these green ones, there's green and yellow pegs, if you can see them. There's one right there, and the green ones, I can't hit it, but... anyway, we'll try to hit this one. See what? Boink! So that's a critical. So that ups the damage to this 4 right here. So if you look over here, yeah, here we go. So the dag orb it's actually one of my favorites. But if you do not hit the yellow orb first, or at any time during the little bouncy bounce with that orb, it only does 1 per peg. But if you manage to nail one like this, watch. So now they're doing 7. It wasn't the greatest, but, you know, 7 for a few pegs is pretty good. So, okay, here's a good, we're going to try to hit that little green R over there, which means refresh. Dude, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it. Oh! No, we're not going to be able to get it. That's going to bring back all of the pegs, so it's going to refresh the board and basically give us more opportunity to score damage on these little dudes. And we got it. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping if I just kind of launched it down there, it would bounce around enough to hit it, and it does. Sometimes you got to kind of use a little chaos in this game. You know what I mean? You can't plan everything. You know, certain shots have probability on your side, and certain ones don't. That's kind of how I think of it. Dude, what are these orbs? See these explanation points? That means I've never seen them either. So, that's pretty awesome, actually. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I was talking about how we actually played this game. So I've been playing this since it was in early access, and it was pretty loose back then. You can kind of choose whatever you want, and if you got lucky with your hits and everything, you could get through. Now it's a little different. You got to choose like a path of damage, or this is actually protection. So this is bulwark. We're getting... See, I don't deal with the armor so much. I want to just get it over with and damage as much as you can. So, but you can see this is armor that, and I've done this a couple times though. It is pretty sweet. It builds up armor, and then when they hit us, it absorbs it. Now, what is this? So this thing can only hit the bombs. Do you guys see how complicated this game is, first of all? It's like this cutesy little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, you know what I mean? But it's like literally intense and deep once you get into it, and it's kind of daunting, actually. As a lot of roguelikes are. You'll see I kind of like roguelikes a lot, actually. We'll probably start doing more of those, like Synthetic and Nuclear Throne, and stuff like that. Anyway. So these things can only hit bombs. And then... Oh, they refresh the pegs as they go. Like the ones that... Dude, this thing's complicated. I get it. So it's a necromancer. You're bringing back the ones that are dead. And it upgrades each thing to 5. That's another good thing. That's usually the damage thing that I like doing, is upgrading the pegs. You can upgrade the pegs. And... that sounds pretty cool. I just want to get that one because it shoots a laser, honestly, and I probably need to stop talking. So, and then I'm going to upgrade it. Or no, I'm going to upgrade my knife. I love that thing. So, what is this? We get to choose our path. Let me see. Look, see on the map? There's this whole deal, and we're trying to get to the bottom. And this is just the forest. I think we got, after this, we got like the... there's like the castle and the cave and maybe even something else, I forget. So yeah. So now we got to choose like which direction we want to go. And the question mark, this is just another battle. The question mark is either good or bad. So generally early on in the game, maybe we want to like build up some stuff. They'll give you items and stuff like that. This is a big battle. That skull and crossbones you saw. Alright, so this is cool. You reach a clearing with a strange amount of crows circling above. You don't think much of it until they start to drop pebble. Oh, dude. So that's the bad thing. Like, pebbles are like the worst orbs, right? They're just stone, just things, and they don't do anything. So actually, one of the things that these question mark events will allow you to do, which is important to me, I don't know. So there is a way you can do stone, like a stone thing. You get pebbles and like boulders and all this other crap, but usually you want to get rid of the pebbles. See that? So like distract the crews. See, this is what a bad one basically, because we don't want extra pebbles. That sounds good to like somebody who would start the game. They're like, oh sweet. No, pebbles suck. We don't want those. Distract, and we certainly don't want a random dude. But we have way more pebbles than we do our 2 good ones. So at this point, I'm just going to roll the dice and hope that it removes a pebble. Pebble. God, dude, see? It took the exact one I didn't want it to take. Dude, that sucks. Alright, well, you know. The gods of roguelites fucking do not always give you what you want. You know what I mean? That's kind of the point of it. And you know what? It's probably good if we don't have like the longest game ever. So you guys probably don't want to hear me yet. So, speaking of which, what time is it? Alright. So, that freaking thing I just painted is pretty cool. I guess we can talk about that. Oh, see how many orbs we destroyed? So yeah, we kind of want to bring some of those back to this stupid pebble. Dude, we literally just have pebbles in that laser thing. It's kind of weak. Anyway, so here, let me grab this thing. Which is the bottom. Yeah, that's the bottom. So, that's that freaking thing I painted. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna upload. I'm gonna try to control my language a little bit for you guys. So that's that thing I painted. I'm gonna try to upload the video of me doing it pretty soon. You know, some voiceover and stuff. You know, it just looks like a time cube or whatever, but I kind of got a partial download from whatever, but it's like a time repository. More like a library of everything that happens, you know what I mean? Swirling around, so something about like just, you know, record keeping of everything that happens, you know what I mean? Like every moment viewed through every eyeball is being recorded and kept somewhere. You know what I mean? The weird thing about it was whatever it was telling me this is it was telling me that it was tangible. Like this exists in a physical form. It's not just this thing that's there. It's like this, like I got this feeling in my teeth that that's what it was. It's like it's real. Like when somebody bites a gold coin, they're like, yeah, that's real, guy. That's what he was telling me. It's like it's this fucking thing. So I don't know how to describe that, guys, to you. But I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. It's not something I would normally do. That's what's fun about these things is I kind of discover what's going on with you guys. You know what I mean? I purposely don't learn how to paint, so whatever comes out of me just kind of comes out. You know what I mean? I mean, literally the only thing I've ever watched anybody paint is Bob Ross. Probably like a lot of you. Which is why I did that freaking Bob Ross video. Dude, that thing came out of me just completely random, by the way. That was completely unplanned. I just walked back in the room from losing something, like I always do, because I'm an idiot. And I came back into the room and just started doing that in front of the camera. And like I didn't even know what was going on. It was pretty funny. Like that's why I watch it back and I'm like, what the hell? Like some of the inflections in my voice and stuff are really fucking weird. Like I don't even remember doing it. Alright, I should probably stop yakking about that bullshit. See, this is what the trip stream. See, I'm just fucking yakking, not playing the game. See what I'm talking about? Alright, we gotta hit that refresh. But, that's the kind of dumbass bullshit you can expect around here, Some cool art, and then me yakking at you like a dumbass, and then occasionally the wisest thing you've ever heard comes out of my mouth. Occasionally. Yeah. Like the whole just lay on the ground and envision crap and then paint it and don't think too much about it until afterwards. That's kind of the thing. All right, so what are we doing here? Splatter orbs. Oh, jeez. All right, probably shut up. So what was the last thing that happened? We lost our dag orb. Fucking sucked. So we basically have that laser. I don't even know what that thing does. Let's just pretend we don't even have it. It's just extra. So we're gonna have to like. Dude, that's pretty sweet. A free refresh? No, we don't want that. Dude, that destroys pegs. That's horrible. So let's do this. That thing is cool because it'll refresh the board. And then we can maybe build for like, yeah. You know what I normally do? Let's try to find the orbs that upgrade the pegs. God, I hate when the place I want to go to is blocked. It's like... I can easily send myself to hell, but, where I want to go, of course, is blocked, right? Let's just do it. Fuck this shit. The universe has decided we are doing this battle, so... those guys are cute. Let's do this. Alright, what does this laser do? Shoots a laser that activates every 7 pegs hit. Okay. So we can pierce like right to, but is it, let's just see how this thing works. I don't remember what it did. Oh, every time it shoots, okay, I get it. Every 7 pegs, it's going to shoot out a laser. It's going to, I think, activate every peg. And then it hits everybody, which is awesome. I love piercing. So piercing is really sweet. So yeah, this thing's awesome. We just need to get the pegs upgraded so that every time that like, it'll put little numbers on each peg instead of just not having anything, and then they will do that much damage. It's a multiplier, I think. It's either a multiplier or it's plus that number damage. And, that's obviously good. So we're gonna hit this thing. Whoa! You see that kind of stuff? That's the kind of cool stuff I love. And they know you love it too, that's why they made it. That just hits little dopamine things in your brain you didn't even know you had. Like you know what it is? It's the same dopamine receptors that get activated when you see a Rube Goldberg machine. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, like perfectly activated. And then the toast just got made and butter got put on it by the machine. You know what I'm talking about? Those things are awesome. Like at the beginning of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That thing. Wow. I'm gonna start actually trying to play it good so you can, so you can see me, or so you can see how the game's actually played instead of me just, Oh, crap. Okay, so that's why these guys are annoying. You see that guy's dead carcass? It's just sitting there as a block. For some reason, we killed him, but his carcass still has hit points. I want to get to that critical, but... Oh, come on! Oh, we got it. See that? This thing barely does any damage, so you gotta hit that critical, or it's just... It's more about the piercing with this thing. That's why we gotta upgrade the pegs for it. And yeah, our pebble situation is just terrible. These things are just next to useless. They do 4 damage with a crit, which is, well, I mean, you know, multiplied by the pegs, but it's still, we're using beginner freaking orbs here, you know? Oh, jeez, it's just bitch slapping. Yeah, that's what you always want to do, is try to keep the guys away from you. Yeah, we're almost getting him. You know what? The good thing is he does not do that much damage. I don't know why I did that. I just kind of wanted to shoot it in that little thing. Ah, we got him, see? So you can watch the damage rack up as the ball falls down, so you know we got enough. Oh, dude, this is what I was talking about. You see that? So every time it hits the orb, it upgrades it, and we get +2 damage. So that stupid laser thing, its own damage is only 1 per peg, right? But it'll be 3 now. Get it? So, well, you'll see. It's a whole thing. What is this thing? Siobhan likes this one a lot for obvious reasons. She told me I had to buy it even though I didn't want to. Okay. Dude, this is nice. Oh, that's the good thing about the death battles. You know, the skull and crossbones. So the skulls with the crossbones behind it. That is the extra tough battles. Okay, but they do yield rewards. Okay, so sometimes you actually get a better reward. No, almost always you get a better reward from these battles than you would just trying to get one randomly from like a question mark event or something like that. So it does behoove one to take these battles occasionally. I just didn't want to do it right off the bat. So this is what I was talking about. See, this seems like a good idea at first. But, you know, when you keep doing that, you're just going to have so many bombs. But, dude, then it's going to do a lot of fucking damage, dude. That is a lot of damage. Like, 50 damage for a peg's lifetime. That's probably pretty good, actually, to trade it. If it's going to just be converted into a bomb and wasted. But it does 50 damage, you know. It's not like it's actually wasted. Okay, the board will contain 2 additional refreshes. See what I'm talking about? This is hard. So I'm actually taking back. So this one, since it's not like every 10, you know, it's like every 30, then it's converted into a bomb. I think I kind of want to do that, but 2 additional freaking crits are 2 additional... You know, I told you. So the thing with the... I'm going to do this, and I'll tell you why. Do you know how we have that wheel? We have the wheel one. That's a shop, right? I don't want to go to the shop. I don't even think we have that much money.
So the wheel one we already have refreshes the board when you come on. Don't just go into the flames. Actually, I'd rather go in the flames in the shop. I don't want to go there. God, what was I talking about? Oh, the refresh thing. So the refresh wheel orb that we have. So the whole point is we want to refresh the orbs that we upgrade. So once they go away, we don't get them anymore. So we want to upgrade them. So what? Dude, I've never seen this. Okay, so the whole thing with fireballs, though, is that every time you fire them, they do damage to you. Alright, so this is what we want to do. We're going to take this opportunity to get one of these pebbles out of here, like I told you. Yeah, we're going to take a shit ton of damage, but you know what? It's the first level thing, like the forest, so... we'll have time to heal the next couple levels. I think that's what we'll do. Alright. So. Oh, and we got treasure chests coming up. So. Yeah, we got a relaxing section coming up, so we can kind of just chill. So this is that cool... This is that darkness. Let's just see what it does. It just mirrors that ball slightly smaller. Some of them are. There's an orb that... Whoa! And it came out huge! That was cool. I don't think I've ever seen that ball before, so we'll check. I like that. The orb, I guess you call it. Yeah, sure, I'm correct. Thanks. Stupid pebble. So, what else should we talk about? Oh, yeah, that was the story I wanted to tell you. It was an interesting thing because I was surprised at how well I'm handling myself right now. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, actually. That's the thing. Oh, you see this one upgrading this shit? It's upgrading the orbs. You see those twos? So next time when they come back, they're going to be upgraded. Hence the refresh thing that I did. Remember? See what I mean? That's what we're talking about. Dude, is this like an even better version of it? I think it is. I want to heal really badly, but... we needed that. So that, dude, we're cooking now. We're cooking now. All right. Does it even matter which way we go? No, it doesn't. As long as we don't end up in the stupid flame. All right. Let me get some root beer going, guys. Bam. This is just free shit, so we like that. Whenever you... Dude. So, when it's talking about the reload, is that little magazine of Pebballs that we have. It'll reload when we're out of them, and that will cause a refresh of the board. So, our whole strategy is upgrading pegs and refreshing the board. So, I'm pretty sure we're going to end up with that. Gain 1 Ballusion, though. What the hell is Ballusion? You know what I'm talking about? Ballusion X provides X% chance to avoid an incoming attack. I'm glad I took algebra. You know what I mean? You Zoomers know algebra because it sucks and it's boring and it's dumb. But you know what? We're actually using it. Chance to avoid an incoming attack. Ballusion is halved after an attack is avoided. You guys know what I'm talking about? This game's complicated and I don't even know what the hell that said. So, I'm going to go... Which way are we going to go? We are going to go towards... I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather do these battles than these... Oh, you know what, though? The question marks give us a chance to get rid of the pebbles, and I want to do that, absolutely. Or it's a battle. Or it's a battle. It could be anything. It could be a free thing. It could be like one of those events Or it could just be an extra hard, annoying battle with spiders that go up and down your face like freaking. What is this? Feels like we're in the Mirkwood Forest or whatever you call it. Is that the right one? What's the forest that Bilbo did all the spider crap in? It kind of looks like that. I'm pretty sure it was the Mirkwood Forest. I don't know. My nerd cred's like not as high as some other people's. You know what I mean? You know, I know what happened and all that stuff, and I know it was a forest. I know Mirkwood Forest exists. I just don't know if that's the right one. You know what I mean? But that's probably for the best. That was cool. Anyway, you guys like the pixel art animations and everything in this game? That's another thing that's like, well, that wasn't a good shot at all. We want to refresh like immediately. Oh, here's our refresher thing. Remember? So in case you see how in this level it's annoyingly difficult to get to some of these like pegs that we want to get to, like those little refreshes and the thingies. Well, this one's just gonna handle the job for us. As it goes down the, we don't even have to hit the refresh. It just does it for us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very difficult to hit. All right. So I'm gonna heal because I'm just a little bit worried. You know, you gotta keep that health above like 2/3 just to keep me, keep the old nerves from going. You know. Zaps. These ones are cool. So they zap a bunch of the pegs, like kind of near them. You know. Morbid. What? Morbid allows orbs to activate dot thing. I don't know what that means. Oh! To activate already destroyed like already activated pegs, but we don't care about that. We are ultimate refreshers. We don't worry about that. These are the fun things too. You can do a whole slime run. And here's one of the ones if you're going to do the stone run. So this is if you keep your pebbles, you do an obelisk, you got boulders and all this other crap. So you start stacking up your stone crap. Damn! I'm sitting here yakking about crap we can't even afford. But you know what? We do want that lightning thing because as we upgrade the orbs, that lightning will go through and it'll sort of chain lightning a bunch of them. So we'll activate the orbs that we've already upgraded. So it's kind of, you know, works really well, actually. My daughter actually clued me into actually how cool fucking chain the lightning orb is. Doosh. All right. No, we don't need a refresh right now. We want to like upgrade. So watch this one. This is gonna upgrade all this stuff. There. So all those are 2s now. So they +2 damage. So, and we can upgrade the orbs. So, you know, we upgrade that. Next time it'll be +3, +4. You know, but we do it again, and it's just gonna keep upping. So watch that. So now this dumb pebble is going to start doing a whole lot of damage, even though we didn't turn it into, you know, we didn't hit the critical. See that? Works pretty good. Oh, I made my window a little bit bigger today just because I thought you guys might want to see what's behind me. Oh, crap. If that happens, like it could... So, oh, that's actually a fun thing. You can target your ball at different enemies. I don't think if we target this enemy with a... Oh, the laser will hit it, but see how these enemies are flying? Whatever you throw actually does go up at an angle, so we're not going to hit the slime, and we will hit him. And say if we had the piercing, it'll just hit him though, because it's going off at an angle. I think there's an item that says that when you shoot things that are above you, it shoots straight out like this, so that we would pierce everything, and it's awesome. So, like, we want to get that. So, no, but we want to get... Oh, but It doesn't really matter. I generally let the game pick the targeting unless there's like a flying enemy that's really annoying the crap out of me. And especially with this one, the piercing, so we're gonna hit the other slime too. See? So that was pretty good. Oh, and these guys just came down, so... Okay, so this is that giant ass ball though. Oh, it has like overflow, so isn't that like if we kill whatever is like right in front of us with this orb, all the damage will keep overflowing to the next target, I think. And I think we did kill it, so let's see what happens. Yeah, but see what I'm talking about? It's shot out at an angle, and I think to do that overflow damage, the orb actually has to hit the enemy. So that is sort of the problem. Dude, what if I target him? Let's target the last one, right? Then it'll go at a much shallower angle. And when we do the piercing thing, maybe it will hit all of them? I've never done that before. That's just the kind of out-of-the-box thinking that happens when you drink your extremely nutritious fungus tea. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people think it makes you into a retard, but I mean, it kind of does, but in a cool, very intelligent kind of way. So no, it's missing this guy though. Did you see that? So we want to target him because he's smacking us in the face. So that was dumb. But if we had the piercing thing, I think that does apply. So when that thing comes back, let's maybe try to experiment with that again. We can't just leave it set. What the hell just happened? Did you guys see that? Did that thing just go boop? Does that not do damage? It just upgrades? I didn't realize that. Did you guys know that? We'll have to read it again when it comes back. Because I think this one does do damage, see? But the other one that upgrades them like really well, like better, it might not have done damage. Oh, remember I told you guys? Oh, I don't know if I told you guys this. I was talking to the video earlier. You'll hear me say this in another video coming out later. But yeah, caffeine, guys. Like after you drink your fungus tea, you wait a few hours and you drink just some regular caffeine. Not too much though. Like this is oolong tea. I mean, it's got a decent amount, but you probably don't want to drink a double espresso, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it sort of gets the juices flowing again, you know what I mean? So you don't get that sort of fatigue melting into the couch, just kind of whatever feeling. You know, if you've already got your message, you know, that's what you want to do. If you want to still kind of like chill and do that stuff, you definitely do not want to have caffeine, obviously. But yeah, I like my experiences with my fungus tea to be sort of up. You know, generally after I do that kind of stuff. It's more of a celebratory thing. So I like to have energy and I like to have fun. Because the whole art thing sucks a lot of, you know, whatever the hell spiritual energy. That's a stupid word for it, but whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? It's not just like the energy it takes to paint the picture. There's just like a lot of, you know, stuff happening. And that really drains you. So after that happens, I sort of like to have a good time and keep it light, you know. Sometimes I like to keep it dark for a long time. You know what I mean? Omega Orb, but this is downgrades. We definitely don't want that. But that does overflow damage, and it does a shit ton of it. So you know what's fun? I think this is meant to synergize with what we're doing. Because it seems like it doesn't, but it actually, the only time you would want to downgrade those is if you have the ability to then re-upgrade them. Like we're doing. And I think that's sort of like an advanced version of the strategy we're doing. How much money do we got? 54? Do we have enough? I think we do. Yeah, we're gonna get that, guys, because I think that's gonna add a little bit of spice to our damage applying abilities. Alright. Is anybody watching out there? You guys want to like chat? Say what's up? I don't know. Let's just say, hey, yo, what's up, dude? I can see you guys chatting if you want to chat. I don't know. It looks like maybe there's 2 people, but that might have just been me checking the stream earlier. Who knows? All right. Man, see that thing? Is this? Oh no, this is the regular one, the Swole Torp. So that's doing damage and upgrading. Do you see how much that? You see when these things really start cooking? Because those beginner levels, do you see how the pegs were kind of spread out? And man, now that I'm thinking about that, he totally did that on purpose. The levels start more resembling things like this, where they're tightly packed together. There's a lot of pegs. You know, not all of them, obviously, but there's a lot of pegs and there's a lot of different, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I hate when that happens. You want it to stay over there, you know what I mean? But then you just get that bounce. So it's like sometimes maybe I should just like bounce it off this. Watch, let's try this strategy. Let's see if we bounce it off this back over there. Of course it doesn't work. But we got a freaking refresh. That was pretty sweet. Oh, and we made it into the bomb nests. So we got a couple of those. That was actually really freaking good. Okay, what is this? Cabanorb? I think that's making money. And I'm not a money guy. Man, we can get our Dagorb back. I like that. Okay, so this shuffles them every 6 pegs hit. Oh, see, that pisses me off, though, because it keeps changing position. It's good if they're stuck, but if it's bad, if you're, like, trying to get to it when it's in one spot, and you're about to hit it, and then it goes, and then it moves. So, yeah, that's the thing with that thing. This thing sounds cool, though. And look at our health. See that thing we took in the beginning? We're getting our health just max just keeps going up and up and up, which is... that's actually fantastic. I've never had this much max health this quickly. There's another way to do it. I don't remember what it is exactly, but there's other items that increase your max health, but it's not as... I think it's just like a one-time deal. I think there's 2 other items that I'm thinking of. Okay, so we're at the boss, guys. We're at El Bosso. So, we got a tree in the way, which is why piercing's cool. And our poltergeist guy is cool, because that will attack everything. You can pass right through the tree, right? Yeah. See, that's why I like the cool orbs and not the stupid pebbles. The pebbles just gonna go donk and literally do nothing. Ah, but you know the cool thing about the mole is that he goes under and then he comes on this side of the tree. So he gives us a chance to hit him, but he's also going to hit us. So I'll quit shutting up, or I'll quit yapping and get to firing orbs because that's what we got to do. Alright. Swoom! That's pretty cool. Like, oh yeah, I was talking about that, right? You guys like pixel art and all that stuff? Like, that's one of my favorites. See, I was playing the chiptunes earlier, the 8-bit stuff, you know. I love pixel art, guys. Like, I really hope you guys love it too, because it's awesome. Like, limitations are what makes art good to me. You know what I mean? Everything going for realistic. You know, the AAA video games these days, like everything looks like God of War and everything, where it's just all looking the same now. Like no game has a charm of its own. You're just going for like ultra realism based on real people and reality. Like, you know, it's nice to make tangible objects from things out of your mind. You don't need to make things in the computer like from tangible objects like all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's actually better if you don't. Like once you put it in a way, it comes out of your mind. You're designing the characters. It's tangible to us because we're in the world of the game. You know what I mean? So that's the tangibility right there. It doesn't, you know, designing characters and stuff like that is an art that should not maybe... Unless you're doing it like Mortal Kombat, those guys knew what they were doing, right? Didn't they? See, that's sort of the art too, right? They were working within limitations. So they're like, let's try this other thing and digitize the thing. You guys know they did that with Doom too? You know, like all the sprites and stuff. Well, not all, maybe not all, but a bunch of them in the original Doom were actual objects that they made in real life because it was kind of easier to do that, to start from something than pixelize it. So I think they used it more as a template. You know, I'm pretty sure they pixelized most of it once they scanned it in, because a lot of this, whatever the hell they were using to scan that into the computer back then, like 3D modeling equipment, whatever the hell that was probably not, you know, I mean, I know it wasn't obviously as good as what we have today. It was probably extremely shitty, so... So, I haven't been paying attention. I've just been letting our orbs sort of do the work for us. But we're actually getting our ass kicked. So, not really actually. The mole's almost dead. This is one of our good ones though, so I'd like to hit a crit if we can. Oh, dude, of course it went over there. I hate how he brings like stupid lackeys, you know what I mean? Fucking video game bosses with their lackeys. Okay, here it comes. We can do some damage. Here's our refresher, and we'll get a bomb on him. Get that bomb going. Ah! We just lit the fuse. Let's still refresh it. You see what I'm talking about too? Is they purposely designed this. Man, I hope we don't die. They purposely designed this levels to where you don't actually hit a whole shit load of orbs. You know what I mean? Guys, hold on. There's an 8. Dude, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, guys, I think we lived. I think we lived! We danced with the devil, and we came out on top because I was risking everything on not healing and everything earlier and getting cool orbs to show you guys. So, it worked out. That's the fun thing about roguelites, you know what I mean? My heart was going a little bit. Oh my god, am I gonna fucking look like a dumbass? Nope, we pulled it out. We pulled it out, you know what I mean? Sometimes, that's the gamble I was literally going for. I was like, you know what I mean? Earlier when I told you guys, I know we should have healed, but I just didn't. But now we're fully healed with our upgraded health, right? So now we're at 121, which is fucking sick. Alright, so Nimball. Oh, here's one of the ones that is small. Remember I told you some of them are actually smaller. It's small. It has 1 spiness, which is a whole thing I don't want to get into. I don't even know what it is, dude. Yeah, it adds damage to the criticals. That's cool. That's kind of like Fallout, actually. Fallout New Vegas finesse. You know what I'm talking about? Isn't that finesse? Fallout Boy's doing that little like pistol thing. Summoning Circa. Summon 1 copy of your next. Okay, wait, this is sick. Summons 1 copies. Is that plural on purpose? The next orb in your dick. Okay. And this guy comes back. It's like Peggle. Do you guys remember the jack-o'-lantern guide guy from Peggle? It comes back. So it's like a double. which is actually cool. But you know what? We're gonna upgrade. That's what we should be doing. Okay, we need to start upgrading. This thing needs to do more damage, and this one doesn't do any damage. So maybe if we upgrade it, dude, it doesn't do any damage. But 6. We need more damage, guys. This thing... That thing just doesn't do a lot of damage. How about this thing? See, this thing does decent damage. We need to upgrade that guy. Dude, we are rich, actually. What is this? Okay, I want to get this because this is pretty cool. It'll summon, like... So, the cool thing about that one is that, it will double, like, whatever already cool orb you have. So, like, you know... It's just basically a clone of what you already got. So your current shot's total damage is dealt to the... God dang, this game gets so complex, guys. I'm telling you. There is, like... I don't know how many of these items. There's, like, hundreds. I don't know how he comes up with all this crap. Your current shot's total damage is dealt... Okay, that's completely new to me. So I'm just going to kind of like... Oh, and it's a money thing. Yeah, I don't even do money. We scrape by here, okay? It's more about the... scrape it by on our wits than being rich. I don't love that. Although, a lot of our orbs suffer from not doing damage or doing damage at all. So that might actually be pretty cool. Every shot, dude, multi-ball, but the attacks lose that. Some of our balls will go into negative damage. Okay, guys. Holy crap. Now we got something. So, all the orbs can now activate already activated things. Do they pass through them? Like, what's going on? And we have one less refresh, but we already added 2 extra ones. So we can take one down. Half. Oh, wait. Contain half as many. So we added 2 to already having 2, I think. So we'll just be back at 2. And we already have a refresh orb. Do you guys feel like that will solve our damage problem better than this? Because this will also sort of solve the damage problem and hurt us in a different way. I'm going to do that because, yeah, it hurts us in the way that we're sort of prepared to be hurt. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So we go to the castle. Yeah, there's the castle. Then there's a cave down there. I'm not sure if there's one more. This is where the game gets real, guys. So I'm gonna fire up one of these little guys. Alright. Man, that sucks we got our downgrader like right off the bat, but dude, look how much damage this thing does. Watch. Oh, it downgrades it even to negative. Do you guys see what's happening right now? It's going through the already activated orbs. And that orb just did over 1,000 damage. Dude, that's our boss killer right there, guys. Did you fucking see that? I don't think I've ever... That's why I did that, and that was fucking awesome. I'm sort of... Oh. We don't need another one, though. I mean, we already have it. It'll just come back. Dude. So instead of some of the upgrades... So I'm just thinking of something right now. The strategy that we're doing upgrades the orbs. So we're upgrading orbs, and we already have the refresh, which is going to pull them back into existence after we destroy them. We can, but even though we can still activate the destroyed ones. But the thing that we're missing, like I'm saying, is raw damage. And our orbs that we already have that are doing the upgrading and then also damaging suck. So we need to get some orbs that just do damage. And this one has splash damage, which I freaking like a lot. Because you've seen how we have problems with getting stuck only doing damage to one enemy. And that's sort of a trick that they play on you. So you get there stuck wasting really good shots. Like, we could have racked up a whole ton of damage. And then all that damage could have been sunk into, like, one guy with one hit point. And then it's all gone. You know what I mean? So that splash damage would transfer more, you know? Or that piercing. That's what we like. Oh, man. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Applies healing. Slime. Oh, slimes are cool. Sliming the pegs is usually good. So, this applies healing slime to every 35 hit, which makes the peg durable and heals 1 when activated, which is excellent because healing is very rare, as you guys seen. Every shot is a crit when fired below. So this only works when you're low health, and we don't want to be low health. That's one of the things I tell people in roguelites and stuff like that. Do not generally buy items that count on you doing poorly. Like, it might get you out of trouble, or it might not. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? You just don't want to be in trouble and then be like, well, hopefully the sword thing gets us out of trouble. You just want to, you know, this is another way of keeping us out of trouble proactively, is to keep our healing up, you know? So, makes the peg durable, which means that it, before they break, which is cool because that actually protects it from our little red guy. You know, our red orb that's, you know, downgrading everything? No. Actually, that's bad. That keeps it around and lets him downgrade it more. Whatever. That guy does so much damage, we're just going to let him do whatever he wants because... Did you see that? I wasn't even trying, and I just freaking flipped him over to the side, and he did over 1,000 damage and cleared the board. So yeah, if that's a boss, because there's bosses coming up that have like 6,000, 8,000 health, you're gonna need that. That should also be part of your strategy if you're actually playing this game. You know, if you guys are interested in playing this game. To win? Wow. Do you see what I'm talking about, guys? As soon as that, like, dead peg thing starts kicking in, that is powerful as hell. Because the thing does not bounce. The thing just keeps going. But the more densely packed the pegs, the better for that. Oh, we got a healing slime. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. I'm gonna shut up and play for a few minutes. Just give you guys a freaking break from yakking. If something comes up, I'll mention it, but let's just play for a minute. I think Spintel has to do with unlocking new orbs, I think. That's why when we saw the new orbs, the little exclamation points come up earlier. Ooh, see that? So the summoning circle opened a summoning circle right here, and then it just summoned this. It made a copy of that triangle, or the thing that was below it. Okay, we don't want that. Whoa. Okay, so that just gives us a little bit of health and a little bit of damage. Just a little boost. It's also already level 2, which is... So one of the traps of this game is trying to buy so many orbs. There is a strategy to that, but I think it's what the little inventor guy does. You want a lot of orbs, but you generally want to make sure you're upgrading your stuff. And I want to upgrade this. Whoa! Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see how much damage that thing's doing now that if we upgrade it? This thing went from 2 to 4 to 6. to 8. Like, that's over double freaking that. That's actually one of the best upgrades I've ever seen in this game. That's now probably one of my favorite orbs. I want to see how that thing performs. Holy crap. Because that orb's kind of like me. It comes in, it stomps around and makes a lot of noise, but it's pretty effective. I hope we'll see. Whoa! Little Peglin hands dart out. Did you guys see that? That's what I love. This is kind of how I talk. As you walk along a darker corridor, a shiny gleam catches your eye. Your little Peglin hands dart out outside your control, and you instinctively shove it into your satchel. On further inspection, it appears you found an orb level 1. What in the heck is that? Kind of looks like an Oreo. An orb? Is that like ore? Like iron? Dude, what's with all the question mark stuff that's going on? And you know what? We're hitting a bunch of new ones I've never seen. And they have these really cool animations going on here that are new. Most of the time it's just him standing there and there's like a little thing in front of him. But these little tableaus are quite charming. You just barely noticed an elongated fit. It's like the freaking, what do you call him? The Slim Man? What do you kids call that guy that scares you so much from the back rooms? Lurking in the shadows. Do you hear an oddly alluring voice in your head? Do you crave power, little Peglin? Would you like to make a deal? That's a lot of hit points, dude. Dude, if we give him this much hit points, that has to be like a really cool, right? We're gonna do it. We can spare. It steals health back, dude! See what I'm talking about? He gave us the ability that he just did to us. That is freaking cool. And a hunger. Yeah, dude, we just became the new, like, Soul Reaver. That was cool. But we need to use our little artifact to do it. Our little orb. We're going to start sucking people's soul juices. And we're going to start with you, Mr. Little Reapy Boy. Let's see. Oh, that's another thing. The music on this game is like freaking fantastic. That's a funny story, actually. So, one time, I drank an insane amount of fungus tea. And I don't remember how much. It's probably... It doesn't matter. Anyway. I was freaking the fuck out. I was in what I call the dark place. It's not necessarily actually dark, but it's this state of mind that you achieve. It's probably akin to a panic attack, I would imagine. It feels like your body's tingling all over the place and your mind's racing and just won't stop. And it's like your mind and your body are kind of like just doing their own, and you just can't get everything to sort of like, you know, coalesce into one thing that'll just cooperate with you. Guys, I did not realize he meant he was going to take our max health down. Did you guys realize that? I probably just passed right over where it said max health. I may have not done it if I knew that, but in fact, I probably definitely wouldn't have. I mean, but at this point, who cares? But we have healing. We got these little healy slimes. Like, watch. Boink. We just healed. So, what we're gonna do... You know what it's like? Dudes. You ever play Unreal Tournament? that was actually my favorite dudes in that game back then. So when I was in college, we got to, I went to UC Riverside, and fucking, we got to the dorms, and the internet there was just the fucking tits, dude. You get there, and it's fucking just... It's faster than... It's like now. I mean, it's the same speed as now. It's T1. They had, like, T1 cables. It was just fucking insane. So, and everybody's room in the dorms was fucking, like, networked. So, we could have these massive, like, Team Fortress games and shit. Like, the actual Team Fortress when it was just a mod of Half-Life. Dude. So, fucking... playing Unreal Tournament back then. Actually, the actual one, like around the year 2000, something like that. They had those characters that were the like the necro people. You know, they were like like fucking skulls dudes and shit, and they ran really fast, which is the part I liked about it. Do-ball, true ball. Oh, hey guys, just in case, I talk about fitness a lot on this channel, but dudes, I was not always fit. I used to be really fucking fat and like retarded, like actually retarded. Like didn't know what the hell was going on in life and just, you know, did whatever the goddamn TV fucking told. You know how the people tell you, they're like, hey, we're teaching you to think critically. And you're like, oh yeah, I think critically. I mean, and you do sometimes, but other times that same person that just told you that they're telling you that they're teaching you to think critically, then just feeds you a whole bunch of bullshit because they've lowered your defenses by telling you that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. When somebody tells you that they are telling you or teaching you how to think critically, that person is trying to lower your defenses so that they can then inject a bunch of bullshit into your brain. Okay? So... don't listen to those fucking people. Holy shit. That's magic, by the way. All magic is using fucking words, mostly. Well, art and stuff too. Images and words, mostly. There's artifacts and stuff too. But images and words are the biggest thing that is affecting everybody right now. Because they're exposing themselves to it. Anyway. What did I say about that? I said, don't buy more orbs. Although, getting a dagger back would be pretty cool. And watch this. Our health is going to go up 6 to 68. That's why I did it, actually. Oh, we still got bucks to freaking upgrade something. Will it summon 2 copies? Yeah. See, that's like a damage multiplier. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, I think that's a cool thing. Is this activating multiple crits increases... It's like a crit on a crit. That's pretty cool, because usually if you hit 2 in one thing, it gets wasted. Is this... Bombs just deal 2... Oh yeah, so I didn't mention this yet, but well, we haven't got to them, but there's red bombs that deal, but they do 3 self-damage, which is, I mean, at that point, it's worth it, but... Yeah, we don't really care about bombs doing this. Oh, we like that. Yeah, let's do that, because that's just free awesomeness. So sometimes it does matter which way you want to go, and I haven't been paying attention because I've been trying to drop fucking wisdom gems on you guys. So actually, I'm trying to fucking protect you from shit out there. Everybody's trying to fuck you over. You realize that? Do you realize that everybody in the world is literally trying to fuck you over at every moment of your fucking life? It just is the way it is, man. I just figured that out, like, for real. Like, for real, I figured that shit. Like, I knew it. Like, you say the words, and you're like, yeah, I know. No. I figured that shit out. Like, I grokked that shit for real only, like, 3 or 4 months ago, dude. Like, you really gotta feel it several times until it will get into your skull that people just will fuck you over. And they don't even know you. That's the thing. In society, people can get at you who you will never see. We don't have any freaking money for the shop. I don't want to go that way. And yeah, it's a major problem, guys. That's why I'm going to talk to you guys about movies and stuff, because movies are so powerful on your brain, the way it affects your brain. Like, what's that guy? Red Letter Media. He has that funny saying where he's like, I bet you didn't notice it, but your brain did. Your brain does notice a shit ton about the movies that you watch. Stuff that you don't even realize that it noticed. So you have to pick which movies you watch, like, very carefully. That's what I would say. I would say don't just, like, watch Netflix just to watch it. You know what I mean? Because you're literally opening, your attention is a gateway for things to come in, right? And that people made that thing for you to watch for a reason. Like, something, yeah, to make money, but they're telling you something in there for, you know, some purpose. My purpose is to fucking free you from a lot of this bullshit and teach you this stuff. I don't know, hopefully you guys will buy a shirt. That's my fucking thing. I want you guys to have cool shirts and look cool and fucking edgy. Alright, post-battle upgrading now includes the option to increase your max hit points, but that's actually kind of cool because we do need to do that. So let's do that. I don't give a shit about bones. Alright. Oh man, it always starts with this this fucking red one. But that's our good one. And he does overflow damage. That's why it went through everybody. Because I was like, he doesn't have piercing, he has overflow. Alright, so let's just launch him and let him work. If we can get him to, oh, I didn't even launch him at a crit. I should have done that. I'm dumb. As the great Mike Matei always says, me dumb. I love when he... You know what's funny is that at first when he started saying that shit, I was like, that's really dumb, dude. Like, listen to me talk about that. Yeah, that's why he said it, because it sounds retarded. And that's what makes it funny after, like, the second or third time you hear it. And it's also the stupid-ass way he says it. Me dumb. God, that guy. I mean, that dude is kind of funny sometimes, but he really needs to get out of the fucking basement, you know what I mean? Oh, see, that's the other thing with you guys. I want to show you guys, like, how to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, how to get the fuck out there and, like, start... You know what touch grass actually means? It doesn't mean actually touch grass. Sometimes it means paint a wall. You know what I mean? Sometimes it means spray paint a wall at night. You know what I mean? Oh, that's cool. Alright. And it's not just to do that shit, guys. It's the emotions, it's the moment, it's the memories that you have from doing stuff like that. It's not just putting paint on a wall, you know what I mean? That's not really the point, actually. That's just the result of... That's the proof. You know what I mean? That's the proof. Okay. Oh, that's why you do it. So it's communication. So, right? It's communication to other people. It's not, I mean, you know what you did, but nobody else does unless they see something. That's what the channel's about, too. I want to communicate all this, guys, to you, because it's just stuck in here unless I actually do it. I have to get online and fucking play these little games and yak at you guys, right? I like these crossed sword thingies, but I'm just going to keep upgrading. Let's do that. Let's do that before I forget. Who loves this little frog thing? That's awesome. Little frog statue like Keck. Dude, it's the little statue of Keck. That's awesome. Who else is a 4chaner out there? Anybody? It's not really what it used to be, but you know, every once in a while you gotta check it. What is? Wait, you can remove it? Is this a pebble? Something is wrong with this orb. Is a pebble. It's not a pebble though. That's something funny. I don't want to remove it though. I don't think we want to upgrade this guy. Let's just let him do his little... Does it suck its life? What did he do? It like... Is that the one that sucks life though? So maybe we do. I forgot what he said. I forgot if that orb sucks life, and it's not saying that it does it. It just says something's wrong with it. Alright. Dude, how long have we been going? How long have I been yakking at you guys? It's 5:33, a little over an hour. It's not too bad. Find a globe of radia standing directly in your path. If you listen carefully, you can hear it humming with an earthly energy. Humming with an earthly energy. Oh! Okay, see? It's not... I think we get to pick, guys. So, I mean, this is cool if you're doing that stone thing, but I think we want to get rid of it. Goodbye! Doesn't that feel good? Oh, man. I had to read it, you know, some of these things you gotta read extra careful, because I don't want to make a decision and be retarded. We're this close to the boss, too, and this boss is a... This boss is actually the good one. Dudes! That kind of looks like that. That's pretty cool. Alright! Is that like the slime thing? Yeah. So a bunch of slime colors get applied, and they're usually really good, actually, so that's cool. But this goes with our fucking refresh, dude. Dude, who loves this? It's a fucking, like, green... And like, you know, like a jade dagger to go along with that fucking... The color of the refresh pegs. That's really kick-ass. You know what else was the color of jade?
That old trickster's eyeballs. It's a jaded little bastard who doesn't want to joke anymore. Remember that, guys?
Oh my god. See what I'm talking about?
This shit just gotta come out.
When I was painting the picture earlier, I fucked up and I grabbed some, like, I think paper towels or something. And just, like, wiped the bottom of it. So that's what I was going to tell you guys. I'm like,
Yeah, don't be afraid to just grab a bunch of paper towels and just go to town. Cause hell, you fucked up good, so you need some shit.
alright, so these guys just shot us with that thing, which has now confused us. And it's gonna, you know, that's why it's doing that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and boom! That's pretty close. I was trying to hit that crit. Come on. Oh! Come on, hit the crit! Dang it. It's gonna hit all of them now. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, guys. He's got 3,000? I think as soon as we get our giant red death thing. Dude, should we name that orb the Red Death? That's cool. Ah! Did you see that, guys? Dude! Man, I'm telling you, something about the last few weeks, I have just been, like, seeing time like freaking, like a hummingbird, man. It feels like I can do 86,000 things in 2 minutes, and I've already thought all my thoughts for the day. It's like, what the hell? But yeah, I was like tossing this pan in the air the other day, and it was like I could see it rotating. Kind of like tossing the butterfly knives and shit. sometimes you can just see that shit rotating in the air, and it seems like it's hovering there for longer than normal, and it's almost like your perception is speeding up, which is making it seem like it's slowing down. You know what I mean? Like if you're on caffeine and shit, I literally feel like time sometimes, your perception of time slows down so that the amount of thoughts and actions you can take in that same amount of time increases. It's pretty weird. It's like wild. It's like in a video game when you go into like, well here, it's like on New Vegas when you hit what do you call it? The slow-mo implant, like the RTX thing, when it's like it goes full slow-mo. You know, it's not slow-mo, but it's like if everything was just like think how cool if everything was just 5% slower, you would probably notice, and you'd just be able to do all this stuff with it. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. I'm yakking about all this stuff and not paying attention because, as you can see, our build here, like, I'm actually surprised at how well like this build is just kind of like playing the game itself. Dude, that is so funny how it does that. I love that. I never noticed that before. Did you guys notice it was doing that? It's bouncing around with all its little angles. It actually has those angles built into the piece. I don't know if it's that exact shape, but you guys know what I mean. That's pretty cool. It's like a little PNG. You know, you cut it out and it's got like transparency. Now it's got all those little angles on it to bounce around. I wonder if that's how they did it in the game. They would cut it out like that. I don't know how programming games works because I just like playing them. That would take the magic out of it for me. That's actually one of the things I will tell you. Here's some wisdom. If you guys like something, like music for example, don't learn a whole lot about it because it'll ruin it. It'll take the magic right out of it. You know, learn a little, but don't learn enough to where you can just like dissect everything and that's like your first instinct. Like learn enough to where you can appreciate nuance and stuff, but not enough to where you just want to dissect and be critical of everything. Because that's already everybody's first, usually first instinct anyway, is to be just critical of everything all the time. I mean, I am too, but generally it's good that you know your brain's gonna. That's actually something I can tell you guys. That little voice that immediately when you see something says like, "This is shitty. You don't want to see that." I don't know what the hell that is, but I just call it the critic or something. He's like an annoying little movie critic guy. He's just like, "This is bullshit. Thumbs down," and he thumbs down like most things. So it's like this guy doesn't fucking even like to have fun. So just don't listen to that voice. You know, your mind's sort of split up into like little. Well, here. Do you guys even know where your thoughts come from? They sort of spring up out of these corners of your mind that you don't even really know exist. Oh, did you see that, guys? Bosca, Red Death just delivered the message. Dude, that feels so good, too, in this game. Where it actually, you know, some games really get that right, where it, like, feels good, like, viscerally. You can feel that texture that I'm talking about. It has to do with the sound effects and the way that everything sort of vibes together. Well, we definitely need to do that. Don't want to pass that by. Let's get our Slender Man, that's his name. Spinfectious Sting. Dude, these freaking headphones are starting to really hurt my skull a little bit. I mean, it has been a while. Maybe I gotta take my glasses. Oh, dude, that feels so much better, and I don't actually need my glasses to play this game. Yeah, this fucking writing's like huge. I don't even think I need glasses to play any of these games, man. Why do I have my glasses on all the time? Because I look like a fucking weirdo. Alright. Spinfection is fucking sweet, and that will add to our damage. And it's like a passive thing because they're poisoned. And you know what? You guys know how much I like knives, and you know what's even cooler is a poisoned knife. I think we have enough of that. Dude, does this guy go through things or no? No. Okay, yeah, we're doing the knife. And then we're gonna upgrade the knife. And then we're gonna upgrade the knife again. Alright! That was fun. It's fun to have money. Do we have something that's giving us extra money? I feel like I usually don't have this much money, but we're actually doing pretty well. So you guys might actually get to see the end of this game. I don't know. Alright. Every orb will fire 2 additional copies onto the pegboard. But no, we don't want that. We're already having a little bit of a damage problem already. Did you guys recognize that mask? Isn't that from... What game is that from? It's from an NAS game, guys. It goes... It's Mario 2! Do you remember? You remember when you go in those, what is it? Is it when you take the key? You pick up the key out of the freaking vases. You remember that? When you go into the parallel universe inside the vase? Man, that's a mind fuck for a little kid, huh? It's like a high concept thing. Anyway, you go in the vase and you're like, oh, here's the key inside the vase, like Mary Poppins style. Well, I guess that's how you understand it. And that fucking face is sitting there, and then you touch the key and it goes... It's pretty cool. I love that callback. And this is from Mega Man. You guys recognize that? It's the little Japanese construction helmet that the little dudes wear that they shoot little white balls at you. Alright, orbs gain blah 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 while you have any negative status effect. Well, that's one of those things that we don't want to do, because we don't want to have negative status effects applied to us, and we sure as hell don't want to bet on having it. Right? So, that's dumb. Every 3 hit provides explosive force until the thing is refreshed. That can be good, it can be bad. I'm intrigued by this guy. Projectile attacks pierce 2 additional enemies, but they deal 75 and they self-damage us. Wait, 75% less damage and self-damage. So just 75% damage. So we're just not going to use bombs. But we get a bunch of piercing. Which you got, guys, at a certain point, that's the thing. That's why the bombs actually need to start dealing 200 damage, is because they become sort of like useless at a point, because 50 damage is barely anything, and 200 damage is still not that much. I don't want to be buddying on bombs to like help us. I kind of like that. We're gonna get... What did we get? Yeah, piercing. Okay, so yeah, we like piercing. And we'll trade that for bombs. I don't care about bombs. Alright, so we're in the Crystal Caves.
The Crystal Caves of Peglin.
Alright, this is when... Oh, hey guys. That's fun. Ooh, I like the color scheme in here a lot, guys. This reminds me a lot of... You guys ever played a Medieval? That's a game we're going to play on the channel, too. A Medieval is the shit, and it has this realm. The cool thing about that game, it's an FPS. It's kind of a... it's a throwbacky FPS. It's one of the quicker moving ones, but you don't have all the dash and all that bullshit. You just move around real fast and jump high. Yeah, you can jump pretty far, but most of it's just about moving around really fast and strafing, all the old school moves that used to do in Doom and all that crap. Although you couldn't even jump in Doom. But the art style is fucking sick because it's like pixelated. Well, like the enemies are pixelated to look kind of like PS1 enemies or something like that. And then the rest of the environment is pretty sharp from far away, but then when you get close to... I don't know, it's really hard to describe, and the lighting is incredible, so I don't know. I don't know how you make pixels look like they have high definition lighting effects and it looks great, but it does, so... And the whole point of that game is that we're like it's like a FPS that's in the fantasy realm, which is cool. So we're not just shooting guns and stuff. We get like a spiked ice mace and like a fucking what do you call it? A scythe that like clears out all the enemies. One of the coolest ones is like a sword. It actually looks a lot like that knife or that jade knife we have right here. The sword launches out like a green crescent wave of death. It's kind of like the shotgun from Doom. But yeah, it's pretty cool because they're all projectile weapons except for your axe, which is also really good. But yeah, you know, they behave kind of like, what do you call it? Heretic weapons. Have you guys played that game? But yeah, we're gonna play that shit. It's really fun. And the cool thing about it is it keeps it fresh, and like every 4 levels, they change the theme. You know, because you have to go to like a different realm to like cleanse it of evil and all that good stuff. So one of the realms is like the realm of like wizards and all the cool, you know, mind magic stuff, and there's crystals and it's all dark. It kind of looks like this. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna be playing that game. We don't want those. This thing upgrades the thing 10. But I mean that's all it does. That's kind of shitty. Oh, we didn't do our life. Whatever. We're doing good on the life. Do you guys see it coming back? Like every boink, just came back. No, don't go in the fire. God dang it. Alright, we gotta go in there. Alright. Blink. God, I hate that fire. And they put more of it, right? Now we got little black hole dealies. So that's gonna start putting gravity effects on the orb. It's gonna start getting dragged towards those things, which can be good and can be bad. Pretty sure once it gets sucked into there, it's gone. So it's just like going out the bottom. Oh, the Dagor pierces, or is that for? No, that's from our item we got. Right, this guy. You see that shit? That's why we did that. Look, I mean, there's like what 5 bombs on here, so that's like 250 damage. These guys have this much health. Like, who cares about the bombs anymore? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the red bombs are fine, but they also self-damage the shit out of you sometimes when you don't want them to. And we've just negated that, right? So we took 75% damage off of the 3. I don't know which way they're going to round that. We'll have to see. Hopefully it's 1. You guys hear that music? See, that's sick. Yeah, I love this game. Everything about this game is great, guys. It's one of those chill hangout things where you can kind of like listen to a podcast or something. You don't have to put all your attention towards it, and except at the end, obviously, because you gotta like read all that stuff and comprehend what's actually going on. God, stupid Pebble, damn. Do we only have 1 left though? It's not too bad. So you guys thought when we lost our dagger early on that was gonna be like, oh my god, that sucks. We're off to a bad start. I mean, it kind of sucked, but you guys, we pulled it back. We even got our dagger back, and it's better than the one we lost. Ooh, this is the Kingslayer. Oh, come on. Ah, he didn't get it. We gotta hit crits with that guy to really do it. Refresh, boy. But look at all, like, I forget. What is it, this thing? Yeah, we get 1 health for every 5 pegs activated, and we activate dead pegs. So, we're doing okay. It's just constantly refilling our health. Like, oh, that's what I was saying about those Unreal Tournament guys. Yeah, I played those Necro dudes, and, like, yeah, it seems like shitty at first, because they have, I think, like, literally half the health of everybody else, but you're constantly, sucking health out of everybody else, so as long as you're just, you know, in their face, doing your job, damaging them, then you're fine. And you can move really quick, so that's the fun part. You just get to be up in everybody's grill, just draining their health. Attacks Echo? Echo deals a percentage of that. That's pretty fucking cool, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage itself, which I don't like. We don't like that. We don't like that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, whatever. The health was more important. By the time, so, dudes, I don't remember if there's a whole nother. Just stop saying dudes, you guys are the weirdos. That's what you are. Weirdos. Oh, let's look at the map. Alright, weirdos. I don't know if, like, there's a, so I know there's a dragon after this guy. This is like a crystal freaking, I don't know, crystal shadow slime guy? I don't know what the hell you'd call him. There's a dragon after that, but I don't know if there's a whole nother level. Because if there is, we might have to take a fucking, do an episode 2 of this, because that is, it's getting too much thinking for your little bobbert over here, you know what I mean? This is fun. Duplicate an orb. I like that. What do you think, guys? This is a really fun time to just take a nice chill and think about something, because as you guys can see, the key to our victory today has been me actually teaching you guys this one strategy that I'm good at. This is the one that I have actually figured out, is the upgrading path, but we actually added to it today. I've never done that red ball ever. So that, and that seems really bad at first, but it's kick ass. Or it seems like the effect might, you know, what do you call it? Come back to bite you, but I don't think it is. We only have 2 of these, but it's doing the job. We might want to get it one more. We might want to get one more upgrader, because I think we're doing enough damage now. So what do we want to duplicate? Do we want another Kingslayer? Or do we want more upgrade like I literally just said? Because we have the chance. Oh, dudes. Weirdos. But I think what we're actually doing is duplicating. And these ones are already upgraded 3. Like, we don't want to duplicate a level 1. We should actually upgrade these. That's what we should do. We want to duplicate one of these guys. Wait, what? No, because... That's why! You do want to get rid of this thing, but does this go away when you get rid of that? Like this thing? And why does it have a 3 on it? You guys know what I mean? This game's confusing sometimes. Alright. Well, it's gonna be one of these, and I think it's gonna be... God, it's hard to argue with 10 damage in a crit, isn't it? With splash damage. That's pretty sweet. Alright. Let's look at the map one more time. It does start mattering as you get further in. So, let's see. Store. How much money do we have? So we definitely don't want to go that way. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys that story. It's because, you know, you can see I can, like, you know, I'm obviously a little loopy, but I can handle my shit. So I was out in the street, like, dancing like a maniac, like I want to do. There's quite a few bombs on here. That's more than I thought, but I mean, it's still, yeah, it can kill these little guys, but we don't care about little guys. We can kill little guys easily. We don't know how to help with those. It's the bosses I'm worried about. So that's the other thing, guys. Your whole strategy for this game should be aimed at killing bosses. These little guys will just take care of themselves if your shit can kill bosses. You know what I mean? So you want to like, basically, yeah. So what was I saying? I was out in the street dancing like a maniac, and the whole point of dancing in the street is actually not just to be a dumbass. There's a point to it. It's like a confidence building exercise. Because if you're out dancing like a retard, where there's people that may see you, even if they don't see you, but you know, there's the opportunity to see you. It's kind of like what I'm doing right now. Because I mean, what? Nobody's probably watching this except a couple weirdos. You know, we love you weirdos out there. I know you're watching and you think this is cool, but you know, nobody else does. And what was I saying? Lord, got off on a whole other thing. Anyway, I was out there dancing like an idiot. Oh, but that's the whole thing. That's the point of it. It's not just to dance. There's like a, you know, it's a fucking spiritual thing. You're building like your confidence power. Confidence is like a really dumb word for it. Kind of makes it sound cheap and stupid, but it's like you're, I don't know. It's just your power level. That's like a good way to describe it. It increases when you do stuff like that, you know? It's like a level up. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Anyway, so one of my neighbors over there, I guess, didn't know that I would like live 2 houses down and across from them, because I sure as hell know who they are. Or I know what they look like anyway, but apparently they don't fucking look around, you know, like fucking normies are wont to do. It's like you live fucking 50 yards away from me and you don't know that that's me out dancing in my own road. So yeah, they call the cops on me, and the cops show up and they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm dancing." It's kind of funny too, because they're like, why are you over here? And I'm like, because I lived like 2 houses down from where I was dancing, and I'm like, well, because I'm under the street light right here, so I can see. And then they're like, well, but there's a street light over there. Why don't you go under that one that's closer to your house? And so right where I was, there was like a T. It's a cul-de-sac, but there's another cul-de-sac coming off of it, and I was right there in the big section of the road where the other cul-de-sac comes off, so it's like a big area to move around in. So that's what I told him. I'm like, that's why. And he's like, oh. I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to get out of me, sir, but there's like a good reason for everything I'm doing. My freaking like jacket's sitting over there under the street light with my water. And so they take me over to the car and like start shining lights in my eyes and shit with some like you know, little eyeball chart thing they probably were putting on me. By the way, guys, if they start doing that to you, like the little eyeball, they're trying to check your eyes. Like don't like look away. Like just look straight at them. Just be like, yeah, what? Because like they don't actually fucking know what your eyes are supposed to look like. That's why they have the chart. Most cops are literally fucking dumber than you are. But they're dangerous because they're fucking stupid. So you have to like, you know, you have to speak very slowly. You know, just be direct and just don't say too much. You know, other than what they ask you. So yeah, answer the questions that they ask you, but other than that, don't start like yapping. Other than that, because that's not what you want to do. And don't lie to them. Don't do that. But yeah, definitely don't just start yapping. And so yeah, when they do that little eyeball thing, that's like an intimidation tactic on their part to you. That's actually, we're back to magic again, guys. So there's their little light. That's their little artifact that they're using, right, to shine that light in your face and cause you to have those emotions. So remember I don't know if you saw my stupid video. Magic, right? Magic is anything that like causes you to have a reaction or to do something or feel a certain way about something that What are we doing? Oh, we're upgrading orb. That causes you to feel a certain way. You know, usually the way that person wants you to feel, because it behooves them that you would feel that way, right? We talked about that earlier, how people are trying to fuck you over all the time. Well, anyway, that guy's shining that fucking light in your eyes to get you to start acting all nervous and all twitchy. And then he's going to say, hey, look, you're acting all nervous and twitchy. Let's, like, take you to jail. So, just fucking look at him like that. And let him do his little fucking flashlight thing in your eyeball, because he doesn't know what the fuck he's looking for either. He's not a doctor. If you're drunk, sometimes your, like, pupils will shake back and forth really fast. That's about the only thing that they can fucking see for sure, guys. Like that little, because that shaking when you're really drunk on your pupils is actually there, and it's involuntary, and you won't know that it's happening. And they can see it when they put the light on your eyes. All the other shit, it's like your eyes are dilated. It's like, dude, it's fucking nighttime. What are you talking about? Your eyes are very pinholey. Like, your pupils are very pinhole pupils. Like, they're very constricted. It's like, yeah, because you're shining a fucking light in my eye, bro. You know what I mean? Like, all this other crap is, like, fucking nonsense. Just like lie detector bullshit. You know what I mean? It's all nonsense. When an enemy hits you with an attack, apply fire. I like that. I think we have another thing that does darkness. Every time the board is refreshed, randomly gain 1 muse circle or 1 spin S. Okay, so this is okay, right? But this compounds with the refreshing ability that we already have. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, guys. That's also cool shit you'll learn on this channel. How to deal with the goddamn cops. Just act like a fucking boss and just don't deal with their bullshit. Answer their questions. And then be on their way. Because, you know, the less they have to deal with, usually they're happy. They're just confused. Usually they arrive at a situation, they're confused, and they usually deal with assholes. So they're like, well, here's an asshole that I'm confused what he's doing, so let's get to the bottom of it. And once they realize you're, like, not trying to steal anything from anybody or trying to beat anybody up, I mean, they really don't give a shit. Alright, you'll find a forge hot and ready to smelt, but oddly unattended. Alright, this is a little thing. I forgot what it does. Alright, special relic. Special relic. Upgrade a random orb. Like, I don't remember these relics being especially good, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do it again. And again. That's probably enough, though. I don't even... It doesn't show us our hit points, which is convenient. But... is it gonna give us hit points back from hitting pegs here? Because it's not showing our health. It should. If it's gonna take our health in that screen, it should be able to give it back. This guy, whatever he gives you is not good. So this guy can suck it.
Doop 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 doop.
That's not the worst. It moves after like every shot, so you can reset. It moves and you see it where it is, so you can aim at it again. It's that random moving that I hate. It's in the middle of your shot, so the thing's like you're about to hit it, bank, you hit one more peg before it, and then it moves. So enemies don't get their extra turn for your first reload. I mean, that's... that's nice, but we just want to decimate the enemies before they even fucking do that, right? So let's like... yeah, it's like if it's stuck somewhere, you know what I mean? So let's do that, because we do like our resets here. So we want to... if that thing's like stuck somewhere down at the bottom, we want to we want to increase the probability that we can always get to a reset. Alright. What the hell? So we're going to launch a couple of these dumb little things that are going to bounce around. I do like watching them bounce, though. Man, watch them carve through that shit. That is awesome. Whoa, is there invisible ones they were hitting or something? They were hitting like invisible bombs or something. That actually starts happening. There's like darkness on the pegs themselves, so you can't see some of them. What the hell is that? What the hell? Did you guys see that? I just doinked it. There's a random healing bubble just flying through the level. I've never seen that happen before. Did we do that? Is that something that's happening because of one of these relics? Huh. It's really funny. Alright. This is just the laser. It just bounces around there, dude. It's cool. I mean... Oh! Just getting some cool angles out of that. I like that. Shoot through. Shabadoo! That was cool. Oh, this is the poltergeist that hits everybody. Alright. Come on. Come on! Yeah. See, we want to refresh. Oh, that's what's happening. The pegs are just flying around. Okay. And they were already gotten pegs. That's why. Okay, I get it. I get it. Where's the crit? It's down there. Oh, there's one right there that I just missed. Dang it. Taking some damage here. Oh, I think we're gonna get him. Whoa, what's going on with that? Get out of the way. Dude, I don't think I've ever been on this level. This one's weird. I mean... Oh, come on! Oh, see what... Dang. Yeah, those spikes come down on everybody. That's pretty cool. Okay, here's the Kingslayer. Come on, get out of the way! Where's the crit? Dude, I don't... This level's irritating. Dude. He knew this was irritating. That's why he left it in. That's why he did it in the first place. It is different. I'll give him that. Dude, I love this little eyeball guy. You know what he reminds me of? Oh, what is that guy? What is that guy from? You guys remember? There's like a flying eyeball that talks, I think, and he's a... There's that lightning. Remember I was telling you that? Okay, first of all, we gotta do that. Healing, maybe. This guy could use a, This guy could use an upgrade. And we just missed the healing by a couple bucks. Well, we got some extra bucks for next time. Oh, free treasure chest. Let's bank this bastard. Doink. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Oh, a Crisp blade. That's what that's called. A Crisp. K-R-I-S. That wavy blade. I think it's from like the Philippines or something. Or Indonesia. I think it's Indonesia. At the start of a battle, you gain 1 Mew Circle. Just 1 damage to everything, basically. And whenever we reload, we do 20 damage, or 20 times the amount of reload. Let's just do that one. It's free damage, doesn't rely on us like having an action to do it. It just happens. This is a fun thing about this game too, man. Like you really start to stack these relics up, and it's, you know what I mean? If you if you really get... It is luck. I mean, there is luck involved here, but they really start synergizing with each other, you know? Come on! Oh, dude, I thought they were just going invisible. I didn't realize they were actually disappearing. That's not good. Oh, they moved. Dang it. Oh, that going upwards through, like, yeah, he passes through pegs while going up. That poltergeist, that ghost one, which is handy. Yeah, we gotta get some healing go. Oh, here's our guy. This will get these things upgrading. Here we go. Yeah, some 6s. See that? And I can hit them again. So get some 6. They're real close to where you launch. That's what you want. You keep your upgraded pegs close. And then see, we're gonna hit them again, and they'll upgrade to 12. This guy got hit twice. See that? So watch this. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot. Although we didn't get a lot of splash damage because his buddies weren't sitting next to him. Oh, that's right. We get criticals on reloads. I forgot about that. Refresh. You guys see how that one peg right there does 18 damage just by itself? Watch. Yeah, that is the fun part of the whole upgrading strategy, is that it really starts, it's like exponential. You just start doing a whole shitload of damage. But I think we do. We need another upgrader. Our upgrading ability is not as good as it should. Maybe we started focusing on dealing damage too much. Got him. Well, let's just do what I just said and upgrade, because that... Let's upgrade the upgrader, because this dude upgrades really good. Let's do this. I'd rather do that than heal. Let the healing come during the thing, but we'll heal up right before the boss, because I don't remember what this boss does to you. Actually. That was lucky. Dude, I don't know what the hell where it was going. And fragmented! The walls of this section of the tunnel are reflective and fragmented. Like a shattered mirror. Catch glimpses of various peglins holding out various orbs that are just beyond your grasp. Or are they? Holy crap, we do not want to do that. Wow. The mirror orb. Cool. I don't know if I've ever got this one before. Oh, crap. We didn't get to heal. Is there some sort of healy deal? Because we could use that. Remember I told you guys looking at the map matters? Well, I guess we'll find out, huh? Oh, that's the one good thing. Oh, I didn't realize that. So the store's cool that it sells orbs at a lower price. Oh, and they let you... Guys, that's how you get rid of the pebbles for sure. See that? 30 bucks. Remove an orb. We don't have $30, do we? We have 10. Look at that, dude. He's just giving away pebbles. Are you kidding me? He's literally just giving you a pebble. That's funny. Snowball. Well, we're going to heal a bit just by buying one of these, so I'm going to do it. And the rubber's cool. And it has durability to the pegs. So that means you can hit them more than once and before they go away. That can be good, and it can also be bad. Because sometimes... I forget why. But yeah, there's situations where you want things to go away, definitely. Oh, Jesus, this music's kind of scary. Okay. I don't know what's going on, actually. I don't remember this. It's like Minesweeper, that's what it is. It's Minesweeper. This is new, guys. I played through this game, but like stuff's changing even though I'm just playing, you know what I mean? This was not like this last time. This whole like Minesweeper thing. Unless I'm just completely, unless I didn't fight this guy last time, I don't know. Dude, we did a lot of damage. You guys see that? Like, that's what I'm talking about. We gotta do boss killing type damage, you know what I mean? Dudes, where did we get... That's because we just hit like 1,000,000 pegs and just got all the healing that we needed from just doing that. That is so awesome. I told you guys that thing we got. Man, I was so worried. I think it's actually doing okay. I mean, I'm not so worried. I don't really actually give a shit. You guys know. We'll see what happens, but this is kind of cool. This is going really well. Come on, hit that refresh. Boom! Oh, fuck. Do you guys see that? Oh, shit. Why are they red? Come on. Boom. Okay, so we've done 2,000, or we've done 1,000 damage. We're still basically at full health. That's the thing. We cannot see where the crits are, but a refresh is a crit, so we want to get that. Just you guys see how that... So that's... See what I'm talking about? We wanted to get to that refresh right here, but the freaking durable peg was in the way. That's when sometimes they're annoying, but most of the time durable pegs are decent to have around. There's the something about the Minesweeper is like telling you where stuff is. There's like bombs or something around here. Guys, this like healing thing that we have going on is just fucking OP as hell. Especially with the thing that we have, that our balls are activating dead pegs. That's what's making it OP. Yeah. And as you guys know, the whole point of roguelikes and all this stuff is to stack your stuff to where it is OP, because that's kind of like the point. Yeah, you basically want to become as OP as you can. Like, that's literally the point. Yeah, we don't give a shit about bombs. So you guys see how much just normal damage we're doing now? Like, this is a pebble. And we're doing an incredible amount of damage just because we're hitting dead pegs. So, yeah, I'm going to tell... So, add this to the old noggin for next time. Any item or anything like that that helps you hit dead pegs, grab that shit. Like, immediately. Because that is awesome. I don't think there's any reason that I don't think there's any build that would hurt. You know what I mean? It's just extra, extra, extra. Alright. Oh, there's oh, it's gonna move, isn't it? Don't move. Hey, missed? What? I didn't know it could miss. That's cool. Crit. Reload is also a crit. Remember that? Boom. Oh, this is gonna be pretty decent. Who's this targeting though? Oh, him, the big guy. So it's gonna be splash damage on them. Should we even deal with this guy? He's gonna start doing damage to us. Whoa. Ooh, it's the boss killer coming. So you guys see that? So I was about to target this guy to get rid of him because it's bugging me. Oh, maybe, yeah, it might have been wise to just wait anyway, but This thing's gonna summon 2 of our fucking boss killers. So, we don't want to do that. We definitely want to make sure it's crit, too. I'm gonna try to get it over by that. Refresh. Come on! Yeah, we got it! Oh! Alright. Look at this guy. This guy's gonna do a shit ton. Oh, yeah. Come on. Get over there, clear these dudes. Oh! Did you see that? Did you guys fucking see that shit? Holy Christ. That was so, like, do you remember what I told you about the visceral feeling this game can give you? It's just a little peg thing, like, donkey, donkey, donkey thing, and then it's like, zwah! You know what I mean? Love that. And here we go again. So that is the cool thing about the summoning circle. We just got 2 of these bad boys, and here it is again, because it summoned, you know, it cloned our dude. And we still get to use the original, which, you know, he didn't get quite as lucky. That's okay. Dude, this guy has 226 hit points left, and we have, like, over, you know, 2/3 of ours. That is incredibly good. I'm just gonna fire it over into critical area. We'll see if we can just refresh some of those pegs that red one destroyed over there. Not really, but I don't think it matters because he's at 6 hit points, guys. We are doing so well. All right, come on. Yeah. Oh, this is the 0 damage one. Oh, nope. No, it isn't. This is the one that damages and upgrades, and he's dead. What did we damage him with? What was that? Well, some one of our things was just applying little bits of damage, and he just got eaten to death by it. Did you see that? Dude, our build, that's what I mean about the build just taking care of itself. Like this thing, it almost doesn't matter where I fire at this point. That was it? Oh, so sometimes it's just the dragon at the end, I guess. Okay, the dragon's annoying as hell. He moves all the pegs everywhere. Well, that was it, guys. We did it. That's Peglin. What did you think? I had an excellent time, and I think we discovered some things about the game that even I didn't know. Like that said, see, did I tell you guys that about Fallout New Vegas? Remember we found that cleaver, by the way? Check this out. Wow! Check this out. So, yeah. What did we find? That thing was called Chopper. Well, check that out, guys. I got my own one. This thing, like, can chop wood, though. It's like a cleaver, but you can literally cleave wood with this fucking thing. It's not necessarily for food. You can chop meat with it. I mean, you can. It'll cleave anything, but it's built of fucking 1/8-inch fucking thick carbon steel. That thing's indestructible. It's fucking sick. It's basically Chopper. So I decided for the fucking New Vegas playthrough, we're keeping that motherfucker, that Chopper, and that is going to be our go-to for melee damage. I think that's pretty fun. I think that fits the channel, don't you? A fucking crazy bitch chaos demon running around with a cleaver hacking everybody to death. I know that last fucking episode wasn't very exciting because it was fucking Prim, and like, who likes Prim? And I got lost for fucking 10 minutes in that stupid Bison Eve Hotel or whatever the hell it is. But next time we're gonna plan our attacks a little bit better. You know what I mean? It's like the beginning of the game's kind of boring until you get to Novak. And we're gonna, you've leveled up a little bit by then, and then you get to Novak, you get access to a little bit more facilities, and then they send you off into Repcon to go clear out all those freaking idiots. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna literally slaughter everybody in Repcon, so get ready for that. That's gonna feel great, isn't it? How many people have played Fallout New Vegas and you just gotta deal with freaking Repcon? What's his stupid name? Jason Bright? All this goddamn nonsense. Oh, I'm gonna take him to the fucking moon. And then those rockets just careen off into the cliff. Where do they even go, by the way? Where do those rockets go? Man. Anyway, we're gonna do more New Vegas, and I think I'm gonna sprinkle in some of these roguelites or roguelikes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They're, you know what I mean. So they're different, but you know, who fucking cares? So we're gonna do some of those. Probably synthetic will probably be the one that's next. What's that guy's freaking name on YouTube? Seth. It's that name from Seth T. Skacks. It's like from 40K. You'll have to look him up, guys. It's like, you probably know who I'm talking about. He's the guy that goes, hey, people. That guy. Or something like that. Yeah, I learned about synthetic from him like a while back, and it's fucking sick. It's really really fast paced when you're fighting, and then you get a lot of like downtime to explore. Not a lot, but you know, in between little skirmishes, because the fighting's actually very quick, and you want to ambush. I'm yakking about a bunch of bullshit. So yeah, because coming up, synthetic, Nuclear Throne, and we're still doing the Fallout New Vegas playthroughs. I think I'll show you guys this one more time. Close this shit out. It's actually starting to dry. This stuff always looks different when it dries, especially when you layer this much paint on. Like this one is one of those ones where I like gooped the hell out of it, and I was starting, dudes. When I first started painting, there's one over there. You probably, well, I mean, this is art, you know. This is fucking, you gotta see the art. But see, it's actually drying, and this one is actually looking better when it's starting to dry. Sometimes when you're gooping on a lot of paint, it looks really good when it's wet, and then it starts to dry, and then all the paint starts, like the shine wears off, and it's not like the light hitting your eye from that color of paint goes down. Like it becomes much less reflective, so you're not seeing that color a lot when it dries. Like you know what I mean? Especially when it's stuff like this, and it's a lot of colors like gooped together. Yeah, I'm actually really pleased because there's popping, because I've done something similar to this before, and when it dried, it just looked like shit, like actually like brown shit, like rivers of brown shit is what it looked like, and it was supposed to look like blood and guts and bones and green. Like I had green and reds and yellows and stuff, and then once it got all mixed together, when I started, you know, getting all crazy over there like I do, it just looked like shit. And so yeah, you got to be careful with stuff like that. Let me go show you another one that's kind of gooped a little bit. I started, because when I started doing art at the beginning, I thought gooping shit on there was cool, just because I don't know why I thought that, but this is another one. This is like I don't know, this is like a little vision thing I had. It's supposed to be like a, what do you call it? Like a mycelium? A fungus mycelium with like a bunch of little neon dealy boppers like going through it. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's really gooped. Like you can touch this. You hear that? You hear that? So it's like, it's got texture to it. Like a lot. And I used to think that was really cool. Like that was like gonna be the whole point of everything I did, was to like make it pop off the canvas as if it was, you know, more tangible. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like making it pop off the canvas like that actually makes it more tangible in a way. And in a way it does. But it only goes so far, you know what I mean? This one's pretty cool. This one took me a long time. This thing is gooped so freaking thick that I went through one of you guys ever been to Michael's? And you go to the you know, where they have the big paints. I use the what do you call it? Liquitex acrylics at Michael's. They're pretty good. I mean, they're the cheaper ones, but they work fine. Like, what are you gonna do, buy like super expensive acrylic paint? Who cares? You get used to it. It's fine. Like, I think there's thicker ones and stuff that are like really expensive, but I don't even know what that does for you. You're gonna paint like Bob Ross and really thick oil painty type stuff. But I took this thing, like I was here. Let me show you. Like, see how I don't know if it's coming across, but that shit's like fucking, in some places it's like an eighth of an inch, even more sometimes, coming off there. And I was using a knife, like one of those little, and I was like slamming paint on there, making these little lines and stuff. And yeah, I just used to think that was like the coolest thing ever. I mean, this isn't even that old. I think I made this like, several months ago. But this is actually my first thing that I made that I fucking signed that I thought was actually good. So yeah, it's like a oozing abyss thing. You guys know what the abyss is? We can talk about that shit. But this is kind of like my take of it. Anyway. What does that camera do when I walk back over here and look weird? I was filming myself the other day and I looked really short and odd. I think it's the angles and the lenses. I don't know. Anyway. What else we got? You guys want to see a cool picture of Siobhan? This is a cool one that I did last time that like she made me do. I didn't even plan. Oh, this is a cool story. This one actually too. Wah! See, like this one, I just made a wash. I lost the picture of when it had a wash. I just put water, like the gray in the background, had water on it, and where her eye is, there was just a natural, like the water had flowed and just made a natural, like eye shape. And that's when I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be you because your eye's already on there, just like every other thing that she does, and says, this is gonna be a picture of me now. Yeah, like right after this fucking thing was painted, she's like, hey, I want you to do one of me right now while you've had the tea. You know what I mean? I'm like, shut up. Get out of here. I almost did it too. Alright, well, that's gonna fucking do it, guys. That's what you can expect around here for the next, the near future. I'm gonna actually start doing more art too, like that kind of, I haven't been doing art because I've been getting the channel started and everything. That's why you've been seeing the fucking graphics repeating and all that junk. So I'm gonna start to get some new art, some new graphics, all that kind of shit. The channel's gonna start to tighten up. I was shotgunning a lot of stuff out there to get your guys' attention. I still might do some of that. But, the shorts are kind of fun. I think sometimes they're funny. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for the August 1st mid-trip stream, weirdos. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Robert, your resident weirdo at the Call Me Crazy YouTube channel. For me and Siobhan, that's me signing out.